on? It's Fist bringing it straight from my heart for me to you, because that's what I do. Another awesome, wonderful Black Ops gameplay, and yes, 10 days, 11 days away from the big announcements. You know, I really want to know whether we're going to get a new engine or not, but that's not what I'm here to discuss. I'm going to make a prediction now. A lot of people, if and when they play enough of a game, and I've played every Call of Duty since day one and to this point, you start to realize the end game. Like, what is the final boss? What is the final weapons? What is everybody going to be using? I mean, when the player count is going to explode online for Call of Duty is like as soon as June 4th comes. You know, right after, you know, every night, there's going to be tons of try-hard kids on Call of Duty. So they might not know it now, the evolution, their transactions from getting to understanding the weapons. You know, a lot of people didn't have time to play the game. And I'm going to make it a point that surely the numbers are not even close to what every other Call of Duty has been in the past as far as online numbers. So I'm gonna assume that the numbers are gonna jump up a lot higher this summer than any other summer, for the simple reason that a lot more people really didn't care for this Call of Duty, and they're like, yo, I'm just gonna stick to doing whatever I'm doing during the winter, and then when summer comes and I'm stuck in the house, and you know, because they're not old enough to go do things, you know, your younger crowd just stays on the game, or families, or whoever, your casual players, they're gonna have time to do it because it's summertime. And that leads me to this. I've already actualized the true potential of the number 1 and number 2 classes in the game. The number 1 class in the game is going to be the MK48 dual band with smoke. Depending on how you do it with your perks and your attachments, whichever setup you may, I mean, there's different variations of it, but that is the number 1 setup. If you have one guy on your team like what I'm showing you here now, is going to be a problem. But if you had at least 3 to 4 people, that's even a bigger, huge advantage. Now, I'm going to say this. Comparative to the number 2 weapon, which is the DSR, tactical insertion, fast swap, pistol combination, I'm going to say that's number 2. And the reason I say that's number 2 is because of the fact that LMGs are the only weapons that make the snipers real. And because of that, they cannot get off shots if they start firing downrange on the snipers. And also, you force the sniper into your game, because now you have to force them to burn a perk on either cold-blooded or some other things to counter your pick, and you know that leaves them open to the rest of the team. So when it comes down to it, the end game of Call of Duty right now, I predict by summertime, I'm going to say it's going to be 50-50 between LMGs, MK48, LSTAT, and DSR, and the other sniper. I don't know the one at the end, but I'm going to say that that's all you're going to see online. Now, my suggestion to David Vonderhaar, this is what I predict. I predict that people who have YouTube channels that are sniper clans or whatever are going to be the first people that are going to cry to David Vonderhaar. But there is no way that you can nerf the LMGs because of the fact that their hit ratio is at 15%. It's the lowest out of any weapon in the game. So when I look at the combinations like the dual band, the smoke, and everything, it's all legit. It's in the game. There's nothing that you can change in that. And that the LMG, MK48 specifically, has a 15% hit ratio. Now, if you took everything the overpowered snipers have with pistols and built-in perks and attributes, and you put that on the LMG player, it would be crazy. And that just goes to show you how broken the sniper setup with the pistols are. But the crazy thing is that the assault rifle or the LMGs and the pistols are both support classes, and that they counter each other. But the LMG counters a broken setup, which is crazy. So I don't want to hear David Vonderhaar saying anything about the LMG setup. It's perfect. It's not broken, and that's the bottom line with the kill percentage ratio. That proves it right there. So, if anything, they should be fixing the sniper rifles and buffing the assault rifles and the SMGs. If you really want to counterbalance, it's not going to be the LMGs are the problem. It's going to be you have to go back and fix the snipers. Then you have to balance the assault rifles and SMGs to counter the MK48. Anyways, get the fuck out of here.